one part of it is not difficult. Under the law, as it has been established in numerous cases, there is no legal protection for reporters in this regard from subpoenas to themselves or to third parties seeking information about them. That's been repeatedly decided and is pretty firmly settled now. So the question is really a policy one. What should the Justice Department be able to do? I start from the proposition that leaks can frequently be significantly damaging to national security. Not all of them are. The government does have a tendency to overhype the damaging effects of leaks. But I know of situations when I was at ODNI when we could see the reflection of leaks causing changes in behavior of our adversary. It's impossible to tell what information we didn't get as a result of that, because by definition, we didn't get the information. But I start from the premise that there is a national security cost to allowing leaks, and moreover, that a society really can't function properly if every individual takes it on himself or herself to have the authority to decide, well, I think that even though this has been properly classified in accordance with the law, I think it ought to be released. That's not the way a lawful society should operate. Now, having said that, that's not the reporter. The reporter is publishing information that somebody else has given them. And the reason for going after the reporter is never, and I'm pretty emphatic about that, certainly in recent years, never to actually prosecute the reporter, simply because whether or not the law would authorize it, the political consequences of prosecuting a reporter would be overwhelming. I mean, if you look and see the way the media lined up behind Julian Assange, as soon as the investigation of him changed from a hacking charge to a publication charge. So I don't think the question is, to what extent should the government, as part of a leak investigation, be allowed to either directly from the reporter or from third parties be able to get information about that reporter's communications to try to identify the source? And this is clearly a useful tool in a leak investigation. Leak investigations are hard. There are always far more people who had access to the information than the government initially believed. And it's very difficult to identify who the person is who leaked this to the reporter. And one obvious solution is to try to get information from the reporter. So having said all that, which is the argument for allowing these, this may be one of those areas where the benefits for law enforcement and national security do not stack up to the political consequences. The fact of the matter is that there haven't really been that many leak investigations that have been solved by getting data from or about the reporters. So that as a practical matter, the Department of Justice may not be sacrificing much by saying, we won't do this. As you know, Charlie, there are going to be some interesting line drawing. I have no idea how the department is going to determine who is a reporter and who is not a reporter. And in fact, there's a respectable legal argument that the government has no business making that decision at all. But that then leads to the question of, okay, who is it who's protected from subpoena? I would be interested to see what Attorney General Garland comes up with in this regard.